Muting and dismissing callers. In this video, I'll show you how to view conference participants, mute them individually or as a group, and dismiss them if necessary. If you did not check the Mute All Attendees box on entry, there will be people who call in and don't mute their lines. How do you fix that after the fact? Before you start the call, log into your portal and launch your moderator client. Now, what I'm going to show you only works in the moderator client of the person who owns the Meet Me account or one of his or her delegates. In this view of my moderator client, you can see there are just two callers, Ryan and Bill. Ryan is the moderator and Bill is the participant. You can see their names, which come from the calling line ID and the number from which they're calling, and that makes it really easy to identify each caller. Muting. In this example, let's say that Bill called in from his car and maybe didn't mute his line. Instead of fighting through the background noise, asking who's driving and saying, please everyone mute your lines over and over again, you'll see little green sound waves coming from Bill's icon speaker. This tells you who the culprit is, and you can mute Bill's line right from the interface. Now, if there are multiple people on the call, fortunately, you don't have to mute them one at a time. Lecture mode at the top mass mutes everyone with just one mouse click. Just don't forget to unmute everyone if you want them to engage later. Note, if you do mute someone, they will hear an announcement that you, the moderator, has placed them on mute. Side note here, it's also helpful to mute yourself if you need to talk with someone else in the room without the whole audience hearing you. You may be thinking, yeah, that's great, I can do that on my own device. That's true, but that's where delegates come in handy. Maybe someone else can help you mute your line if you forget. Now, there may be an occasion where someone needs to be dismissed. Muting didn't do the trick. Maybe it's a caller who placed the conference on hold and we hear nothing but the hold music and they're obviously not engaged in the call. That's what end is for. Careful though, end essentially kicks them out of the conference. And yes, they will hear a message that the moderator has dismissed them from the conference.